All right. Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, practice builders. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. I have an awesome special guest. Oh my goodness. So excited to hang out with the one and only Miss Jackie, Mrs. Jackie Kirschen. So
Thank you for
welcome,
having me.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, such a treat. Jackie is one of my amazing clients, and really it's just been such a joy to partner with Jackie and really help her to build her practice. So, what we're going to talk about today, I think you guys are all in for a huge treat. So, the title for today's session is how this private practice RDN made her first 26K in 3 months. Those are actual numbers uh, without using social media. Okay, that's the key. And, just a little sidebar there. You may know Jackie from social media, like the Mindful Nutritionist does an amazing job on social media, like over the top, absolutely crazy awesome. But that's not where we started, right? That is not where we started. And the reason I thought this was such a great topic for us to talk about today is because I get that question all the time. I don't have a big social media following. Do I have to start with Instagram? Like, do I have to do it? And the answer is no. No. It is a great platform. It can only add to your business, but there's no have tos here. Every business is unique. It's kind of like a fingerprint, right? It just depends on what your goals are and, quite honestly, I always call it the low hanging fruit. What is our low hanging fruit that we can go after first? So let me just share a little bit about what you're going to learn today, and then we're going to hear what Jackie has to say. So you're going to learn the secret sauce for filling your discovery call calendar with prospects that are eager to buy, and how to eliminate the tire kickers who are just looking for free info. Hate that, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be super helpful. We're going to learn the critical keys for killer enrollment conversations that don't make you feel salesy, and actually help move your client forward. So Jackie and I are going to share just some tips that we think are going to really help move that process forward and just make it more authentic. And Jackie's going to talk about how she set up her practice to be able to offer multiple revenue streams, which allowed her to quit her JOB, which is incredible. So I'm Lesli Bitel, business coach, mentor, business strategist for integrative and functional nutrition practices. And I'm here with my wonderful client, Jackie. Jackie, would you like to do a quick intro?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. So my name is Jackie Kirschen. I am a registered dietitian, and I specialize in mindful eating and weight loss. I am a bariatric dietitian by trade, and I've slowly segued more into the sustainable, healthy weight loss. And I live in San Diego, California. Sunny, I don't know if you can see that. So please share my warmth with you all that are in the cold, but I'm super, super excited. I started working with Lesli, oh my goodness, in September. So
September 18th.
16th, yeah.
September 16th.
And I didn't have my first social media post until November 16th. So I did not start with social media. So I'm really excited to chat about how I got the ball rolling.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. What did you do? Because like I said, quite often there's a lot of fear around, oh my God, do I have to do Instagram? Do I have to do social media to get the ball rolling? So share with us what you did instead.
Yeah, I remember when we first spoke and I was just like, I don't want to do social media. Like, I don't have time for it. It's funny because I am so outgoing and extroverted, as you know, and I'm comfortable on camera. Like, this is my safe space. But I just really wanted to figure out what I was in my business and who I was and what was I know my story, but like, what was going to define me and separate me from all of the other nutritionists and dietitians on Instagram and social media. And it just made me really scared and paralyzed. And I was just like, I'm not going to throw myself into an unsafe space. And how can I build a practice without having to constantly be in 20 places at once on social media? So I started out first with the friends and fan strategy that you taught me. I remember when we first spoke and you were talking to me about, look, who are the people that love and care about you? Those are the people that want to see you succeed. So I really thought about, like, yeah, of course, like there's people in my community, and I'm very fortunate to be in the medical community, having been a dietitian for so many years. And then also my dad is a doctor. So I am very lucky that I had, again, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So I had really connections. So that is when you explain that to me, like, these are people that love and care about you, and word of mouth. And I remember when you were explaining the difference between a cold lead versus a warm and a hot lead. And that's when it really clicked for me. I was like, okay, like, why would I want to reach out to random people that have no idea who I am, don't know my story? I have hundreds of people right in front of me who love and care about me and have seen me during my own weight loss journey, my own struggles. So they know I'm qualified to talk about it, because not only am I a dietitian, but I've walked in their shoes. So I decided to just go with it and reach out to those that love and care about me. And so I remember we talked about, I wanted to email everybody, and you were like, no, you need to have a conversation with them. And that was really like the cherry on top. Like, that was even just practicing the conversations about like how to just bring it up and tell them what's going on. But it's not just like, hey, I have a new gig, send me. Like, no, it's not like that. It was an opportunity to be like, hey, I haven't spoken to you since my wedding, like crazy coronavirus, or, so I caught up with these people. And then it was an opportunity to be like, I have such exciting news I wanted to share with you. And so I just gave them a little snippet about what I was doing in my private practice. And then the important thing that you taught me was, then it's like, don't be scared to ask them, hey, do you know 2 or 3 people? So that was important, because me just telling them, hey, I have a private practice, that's cool. But if you don't ask them to think and to refer, it's not going to happen. So after doing that, I remember we didn't even have the enrollment conversation. And Lesli, I have 3 people who I do.
You're already getting leads, like right out of the gate from the strategy. And they are hot leads, guys. We're not talking like, oh, I need to get to know Jackie for like a year before I feel comfortable in investing. No, because these are hot leads. Like, these are people, and they weren't necessarily like your friends and fans. They weren't always the clients, right? In many cases, they knew someone who would benefit from some one-on-one time with you, right?
Exactly.
So
connection.
It was a warm, like, when you get that kind of referral, like, so like, let's just say hypothetically, right? So you reconnect with, I don't know, someone that came to your wedding. You got married like a little over a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. So it gave you a great reason just to reconnect. One thing I want to really highlight that Jackie said was, it's not like we're just shooting off emails and saying, hey, you got any clients for me? Like, that just would not be cool. And that would feel really yucky too, right? It would feel inauthentic. And so you don't want to do that, right, guys? It is about networking. It's about saying, hey, you know what? I've not seen you since my wedding. I would really love to catch up. Would you be up for a quick phone call or a Zoom call? And I got some cool things going on, and I'd love to hear what's going on in your life too. And if that person is a good fit, if they would benefit from some one-on-one time with Jackie, then that's great. You invite them in. Although if they are not a good fit, most people know someone that's struggling with the problem that you all solve. And in this case, that Jackie solves, right? So So number one, we're looking at like warm leads, right? People in your backyard that you already know. Number two, we're looking at reaching out and making it a win, not just about, what I need and what I want. We're really connecting as humans. And then number three, making your ask very specific, right? Because if you just say, okay, well, I have this private practice, think of me, they'll be like, okay, I could do that. Like, I'll think of you, right? So all of those different steps make a difference. So I have a really important question to ask you, Jackie, because I know that people are thinking, oh my God, I couldn't do that. Like, I feel so uncomfortable reaching out to people I already know. Tell me about that process and how did you do it? How did you overcome any internal resistance that you felt about this strategy?
Yeah, so I always like to, well, I'm a type A perfectionist, as probably 99% of the people watching this are.
Right.
I turned it into something that was like, okay, this is going to better my business, but what are my goals specifically for myself to hold myself accountable? So what I did was I said to myself, I am going to call, I started slow. So I was like, okay, 7 people in the week. And then I got up to 7 people a day, which was crazy. So I gave myself kind of, okay, I have to call these 2 people today. And so again, I didn't just cold call them. I did reach out to them prior to be like, hey, do you have a few minutes to chat? And I scheduled them and I scheduled a time. It just, to me, it was like not randomly out of the blue. And also I would catch them when I called, I would catch them instead of getting a voicemail or things like that. So the first thing I did was give myself a personal goal. And then also I had a part of kind of like my quote unquote script, or again, it was my goal for myself, but I talked about, to make it a little bit more specific, like you were saying, I told them that I had a personal goal for myself, that I wanted to give back to the community, which all of this was true. A lot of people have been struggling with their weight and their nutrition during COVID. So it was the perfect opportunity for me to really talk about how I want to give back to the community. And in order to do that, I wanted to give out, and I picked a number like 10, free calls. So it gave them an incentive to help me reach my personal goal by saying like, I would love to, have 20 of these conversations. So I think that took off the pressure from me, because that was my good deed that I was doing, and it came from a genuine place. So it's something that I wanted to share with the community, my expertise, my support, my guidance, but also telling them specifically, like, this is my goal. I want to have 20 of these conversations or something like that. So for them, that was like, that's a really great, exciting thing. I want to help Jackie not only in her practice, but help her accomplish this goal. So it made it a little bit lighter and like not as intense for me, because this was like something, it was my good deed, and it felt really good to catch up with these people, but it also wasn't like that salesy, like I'm trying to just, hey, just get me clients, like what you said. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was sharing the wealth.
Right. And I really think that's how you have to go into this strategy is, and basically what we're talking about, guys, is inviting people that need your help into a deeper conversation, right? Some people call this conversation a strategy session. Some people call it a discovery call. There's a lot of different names for it. The main thing that I really want you to take away from this segment of our conversation with Jackie is you do need to be, you got to ask for what you want, right? Because we're not very good at mind reading, and it's easy just to kind of blow things off if I'm on the receiving end and I don't really know what Jackie wants. Like, but if she asks me directly and, shares with me her goals and why she's doing this, and just that she's super passionate about helping other people, it grabs my attention and it makes me go, oh, you know what? I actually can think of a couple people that I think could really benefit from talking with you, right? So it's extremely helpful and just such a great strategy. And this is what allowed Jackie to go from a full-time bariatric dietitian to go down to part-time, right? So it is around this strategy alone, guys, allowed her to go part-time
Yeah,
in that first few months.
it was pretty quick. Yeah, I started out full time, and I remember when we first talked about like what are my goals. My goal was to quit my job, which I eventually did, but really like I had to, just for personal reasons and my own mental sanity, to work on my business. So I went part-time in less than a month after working together, which was crazy to me. So it was, and it's so funny looking back on some of those conversations now. A lot of the people that I spoke to have referred so many people to me, but also ended up calling me a few weeks or a few months later being like, I love what you're doing. Can I work with you? So it's always
Oh
fun.
my gosh.
So I can specifically think of two people who are very well connected here in San Diego who have referred a lot of clients to me in the medical community. And then now they are my private clients as well, because they've seen their friends be successful with me. So I think for them, it was like, not only did they help my business, but now I'm helping them with their health. So it's a win-win for sure.
So good. So awesome. Yeah. And it's those referrals that are absolutely going to catapult your business like out of the stratosphere, right? Do you have any tips that you can share, to help other practitioners that are listening here today make that discovery call, that sales conversation feel authentic and just more comfortable? Because a lot of us get it's difficult, right? Like many of us, we're helpers, right? We want to help people. And it is very challenging for many of us to talk about money, for example. What do you think? What can you share, Jackie, to help us
Yeah,
move
no,
forward?
going over how to have and structure those conversations, it was definitely really helpful to kind of outline it with you. But something that I think helped me the most, again, I'm a outgoing person, so it's easier for me naturally, but I've never had to have a discovery call or a conversation like that. So I think trying to make it very personalized. So I went into each conversation knowing about like what I was going to ask them about or talk about. So it wasn't just like, going in not prepared. Like I knew, okay, where are they big in the community, or what are their networks and this and that. So I felt a little bit prepared. But I think also not like, I don't want to say scheduling it, but not having a firm script was really important for me. It was more of being prepared in an outline of what are a few key points. When people are reading or literally like just word for word and it sounds like not authentic, like what you were talking about.
Right.
And first of all, I don't function that way. Like even when it's like on camera, I can't read a prompt, or I'll just totally mess up. Like I just need to be myself. And that's where I needed to stick to like just being myself. And again, I try to take the pressure off myself, because right there and then I wasn't trying to make a sale. I was trying to get my name out and ask for help. And I think also being genuine about that.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting out, and I'm so excited to share this with you. And again, it's not me trying to like make money right then and there. It's just me being genuine about, I am really, really excited to start this new journey. Todd and I just got married. We're going to want to start a family. And like I was telling them like the personal reasons of why I'm starting my business, why I want it. So it made it like lighter, and it wasn't as intense, or the word that it wasn't like strict. Again, I didn't put that pressure on myself that I had to make a sale, and then it just happened. It either happened in that call, or it happened the next day and the next day and the next day. And the next thing I knew, I had to talk to you about like, I need an application, because just people are just coming and it's crazy. So I needed to get a system in place to have all of these discovery calls, complimentary consultation, again, whatever you call it. So it was really something that I tried to make it, what is my purpose? It wasn't to make $1 or whatever money right then and there.
Right.
it was to spread the word. And I think that made me feel more at ease when I had these conversations, because it's just a conversation. It was just me chatting with this person that, again, I haven't seen in a while, or, that would be something that, again, I'd come in prepared to be like, oh, I saw that you went to Colorado. Well, not during COVID, but like I saw pictures from this, or, so I came a little bit prepared that like, hey, I've been like thinking of you, and here's what's going on with me.
So good. So I love you, so many pearls in what you just said. I'm going to try to extract a few. So first of all, what you just described is, you probably don't know this, Jackie, but it's consultative selling. It's getting to know. You don't even know. It just comes naturally because that's who you are. But guys, you all can do this. It's just kind of getting to know the person on the person on the other line, on the other end of that call, is a human, right? We want to get to know a little bit about them. It just puts everybody at ease, right? It's so important. And the other thing that I really want to drive home here, so important. So Jackie, the way she approached the goal setting, she didn't say, okay, my goal is to make X dollars by, the end of 3 weeks. And she didn't even say, my goal is to close X number of packages this week, right? Because honestly, at the end of the day, those are things like you can't really, at the end of the day, control if someone says yes or no, right? But what can you control? I think Jackie intuitively knew, well, what I can control and what I feel comfortable in setting a goal around, I'm going to call, X number of people, 7 people, I think you said a week to start. And then it turned into 7 a day, right? So the overachiever, right? But so really the key here that I want to emphasize is set goals that are going to motivate you, right? Everybody can do that. You sit down and you go, okay, how many phone calls can I make today? How many phone calls or how many emails can I send out this week? How many conversations or Zoom calls do I want to try to set for myself each week? Those are things in your control. Now I want to segue into what you were talking about, Jackie, with the application, because I think there's some really juicy stuff to be had there too. So tell us kind of that journey. Tell us what you're talking about first, because I'm thinking many of our listeners might not be familiar. Like, what do you mean an application? Like, where does that fit? What is it? And then, so tell us what it is and why we decided to integrate that into your process.
Yeah, absolutely. So I decided, first of all, just for scheduling purposes, it was something that, again, I use my Apple Calendar. So I was scheduling, call this person X, Y, and Z, but I was thinking about how can I have a way instead of all this back and forth. Like I looked at some other dietitians that they would use a type form or some sort of application where it's like, I'll email you and we'll find a time. I'm like, that's great, but that's time that I'm wasting in the back and forth and who knows when someone's going to respond to you. So I thought of the way that, okay, how can I get people onto my calendar? But I need to be able, because after a few conversations, like the initial discovery calls, I felt like it was important that I had an idea of who that person was before we got onto the phone. Because again, that put like my nerves at ease of like, I know who I'm talking to. I know kind of what they're about, how they heard about me, but also financially, if they were in a place that they could invest in my services or not. So that's when I decided, I use Calendly. You can use Acuity. It depends on what scheduling service provider, whatever it's called, that you want to use. I like Calendly. It was just very user friendly for me, and it was free in the beginning. I was trying to not spend any money, so it was free. So it was really great because it connected to my calendar. And then I had a little blurb. So if you guys go onto my website, you guys can easily see to schedule a free call with me. So again, I have control over what time slots people can schedule. I would put there like in the beginning, I was like every day from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like, But now I have, again, because I'm just so busy right now that I have, X amount of time. And so it integrates with my calendar. So it shows my availability. So let's say I have on, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. is when I allow people to book on my calendar. And then you and I came up with questions. What are the questions that I want to know? Number one, how'd you hear about me? Where'd you find me? So
Right.
that was like in the beginning, it was all like, oh, I saw someone posted about you on Facebook or from X, Y, and Z or blah, blah, blah. It was usually a referral. So that was always nice because, again, I could thank that person and, again, keep that open line of communication so they would continue referring people to me. And then I had a few questions. Again, what are your goals? And we made it like very specific when Leslie and I talked about like, what are the questions I want to ask? So it's like, what are your 1 to 2 health goals that you want to accomplish with me? What is holding you back? Why is it a problem? So again, we came up with like very specific, and you guys can totally go look at my application, take the questions, make it to yourself, like again, sharing the wealth. And I think the really big questions, of course, you want to ask on a scale of 1 to 10, how important are your goals and things like that. But the 2 really important questions, I know you added one in is like, what are those things holding you back? Because again, that's that pain point that you and I talk about all the time. Right. How am I going to solve that pain point for them? So at least I knew in going into the conversation what I was expecting. But more importantly, my last question about, are you willing? And I didn't say it in like, my program cost blah, blah, blah. And this, right. And like, I didn't say that. I said it in a very like surface level. Like, are you ready to invest in a private coaching premium for you type of like, I made it, which it is, with my product is very like high accountability. So and it's as simple, like, yes, let's do it. Or that's another thing. Yes and no. I changed it to more, how would I say it? Like, yes, let's do it. I'm not sure. So I made it like
more personality.
it made it
that's
sound
awesome.
Like this, like, yes, no.
Right,
so
right.
That's a really big question because in the beginning, and again, we've changed my prices plenty of times. But in the beginning, at least it was something that like, if someone put no, not sure, I knew that I wasn't going to be charging them my highest premium. I would think about, okay, it's something that they probably can afford, but also it gave me a little bit of insight into like finances is maybe something that they're struggling with, or maybe it's not something that they need a 3-month program. That's when we came up with my backup option. So it made me feel at ease that I wasn't just like, what the hell am I going to offer? Right. So that application process, not only was it streamlined and it was automated, where again, like I wake up and I get a notification like X, Y, and Z booked with you on this and that. I'm like, I got a discovery call. So it was really exciting that they booked directly on my calendar. But at the same time, I have questions where I feel prepared. I'm going to talk about the PCOS. I'm going to talk about the high cholesterol. I know that they've tried Noom and this, like you'll see the questions on my application. Like I get a good snippet of who I'm talking to, where they came from, how they heard about me. But also, so I'm more prepared.
Right. And what they've tried before. So what I love about the application process that we came up with for Jackie is that they're already mentally going through this process where they're listing, we're asking them to list, what are all the things that you've tried before and what were the results? Yeah. We know since they're talking to Jackie, they want to talk to her, that they've struggled, right? So they start listing Noom, Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, like keto, like all these things. And then they write, nothing worked. I'm still a mess, basically, right? So it gets them, and then we ask them, what is the cost? What is this costing you? What is this being stuck where you are? How is this preventing you from living the life that you want to live? So you're really priming them for an amazing conversation. And that's really the essence of the sales conversation that I teach, right? It's very entrenched in coaching psychology and getting that person themselves. You don't do a lot of talking. They are the ones doing a lot of the talking and telling you, oh my gosh, this problem is getting in my way because, it's spilling over, it's messing up my marriage, it's preventing me from getting the raise that I think I deserve, it's, doing all these things. And then you're also helping that person to become attached emotionally to what's possible, right? We all make decisions. There's actually studies on this. There's a lot of studies that show 100%, guys, 100% of the time, we make decisions based on our emotions. Yeah. Yes, we can change our mind. And yes, we do back it up with, data, but that initial decision is an emotional one. So we absolutely have to give that potential client space in the conversation to let them feel their emotions and, really kind of get to that place. So, all right. So basically, when you get these applications, Jackie, what do you like? Do you talk to everyone, even if they don't look like they're a great fit? Like, tell us a little bit about that process. And then I want to talk about when we decided to move you into multiple streams of income.
Yeah. So I do talk to everybody because, again, those conversations, going back to our friends and fans, like that person signing up to talk to me, they're like my fan right now. So right. I have people, and I'm very fortunate that my close rate has been like abnormally very high. So yeah.
Very high, like crazy high. Amazing.
The good thing is that even the people that aren't able to work with me, it hasn't been because they didn't want to. It's been either like financially, or it wasn't the right time, or something just, it wasn't a good fit. They didn't need some high accountability. And again, I'm not gonna, I've moved away from my 1 or 2 session type of practice. So I think every conversation that I have, and like I can think of like the few people that haven't signed on with me, have referred other people to me, or have continued to follow me and have continued. So there's a few people, more so I probably have like 1 or 2 that I can think of that like just couldn't afford me, or it wasn't a good fit. But if it's the finances, I would be able to kind of come up with something that works for them, or wasn't right in that very moment. I have people on my calendar at the end of March that I'm going to connect with again to say like, hey, how are you doing? Like, and maybe this is a better time for us to chat. So I haven't gotten a no. I've gotten a let's talk a little bit later. So that's why I don't
like not right now.
Exactly. Like and again, that's happened to me before. It's been all timing stuff. So I think it's important that, and I even tell them, like I say to all of my potential clients, like I'm signing on a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Like that's how much love and attention, kind of like you do with your clients. Like I put in I literally everything, like your wins are my wins and your struggles are my struggles. So I don't want to take on someone. And in the beginning, it was more like, I was trying to get as many people to make money and to make a business. And now it's so crazy how my mindset has shifted. Like, I don't want to work with that person because they don't seem like that ideal person for me. And I would rather lose the few $1,000s and get it in many more places from other people. But so all of those conversations that I have benefited, even if they haven't signed on with me. It has led to them sharing my information with somebody else, someone else following me, following up with them at a better time that works better for them, just time-wise or financially. So it is something that I do have those conversations with whoever wants to chat with me, because something good will benefit from that. And that's maybe my husband will always say, like, you're so positive. Like, that's how I view it. It's something that something good can come out of it. So I'm not going to say no, or, just be like, sorry, you're not a good fit for me. Something will come out of it.
Yeah, I love that. Every conversation, I feel like, opens a door. And interestingly, it's not always apparent, right? It's not always immediate. But I really believe that, like, it just doors open with every new person you talk to, like every, networking meeting. You just don't know. And it's not always apparent. Sometimes it becomes apparent later. So it's really interesting in that way. We have a question, Jackie. I'm going to put it up here, and let's try to noodle through this. And then we're going to talk about the multiple streams of income. So, all right. So Jenny says, I may have missed this in the beginning, but where do you get people to call for a sales call like you were doing? 7 calls per day? I'm clearly struggling with marketing. So I think Jenny might have missed that beginning part.
Yeah.
So let's review.
So I did a brain dump, Leslie calls it. It literally was a brain dump. So what I did was I made an Excel spreadsheet, and then it's funny. I had a tab for my friends. I had another tab for people we invited to our wedding. I had another tab for my mom's friends, because my mom's probably not on here, but in the South African Jewish community, boy, like you say something, it'll spread to the entire world. So
like wildfire.
my mom's friends would be very good, especially all these women that just threw a bridal shower for me. And then I had another tab for my medical contacts through my dad, or just people that I've worked with. And again, I'm still working for my bariatric surgeon. So I was being very mindful of like, I'm still employed by him, and I did not want to step on any toes. So I brain dumped. So I did first and last name, I did email, and then I did phone number. And then I had a notes section. So I had my columns, and then I had a note section, which that's something that you told me to do again, so I could recap, like, what did we talk about? What did I ask them about? What did I tell them? How did I connect with them? So that's how I started. So literally just brain dump all of the people that you can think about. It could be a neighbor, it could be a person you went to camp with, it could be, again, however you're going to find these people, but who are the people that you know? And what I asked myself are, who are the people that would want to see me do well? Who are the people that I know are happy for me and genuinely? So I had over 190 people on that list. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to start with one person a day. That's where I came up with my 7 a week. And then after I got more comfortable, it changed probably like 3 days later to 7 people a day. Cause I was just like, boom, 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 boom.
I'm
like,
doing this.
It was, I had a lot of fun. So again, like I was on a walk talking to these people, or I wasn't so intense, and I literally, that's just like when I do my best, when I'm on a walk and I'm just being myself. And then I'd come back to my computer and then be like, okay, I talked to Michael, blah, blah, blah. And I called him and we talked about this. Something that I forgot to mention that is also really important. I didn't just talk to them and be like, go tell everybody about me, thanks, bye. I followed up with an email with my flyer about who I am, what I offer. And that is something that I think is really important. I emailed them right after with all of my information. Of course, my pleasure. So that is something that was super important, because again, it was something tangible that they could send to other people. So that was something that just quickly, it started out a Word document, and then I made a Canva, a really pretty, you can do it on the free version. And then I made a pretty, flyer about like who I am, how to connect with me, what my program is. And I emailed all of the people that I spoke to that right after we spoke. So they had something tangible that they could say, ooh, I'm thinking of this person, I'm going to email it to them. So it is something that I am actually going to be revisiting, probably now, especially like I go to acupuncture, and my acupuncturist is like, I just sent 4 people to you. So like, and then I asked her, who are some of the physical therapists that you work with? Who are some of the chiropractors? And so I just added like 15 people to my list that I can be like, hey, I work with Valerie. I'm one of her patients. Again, that warm connection that we were talking about. I'm not some random Joe Schmo, like Googling chiropractors in San Diego. So that connection. So that's how I have had quite a few personal trainers refer people to me, because again, it was a connection to that personal trainer. And then that personal trainer is telling their clients about me. So it's like the circle that it just comes back together.
Yeah. And it just keeps building and building and building, which is so cool. So I think the best way to approach this is think about who would simply be happy to hear from you, right? like Jackie said, who would be happy to see me succeed? Those are your people, and really just start reconnecting with them. And that's it. And if they are struggling with a problem you can solve, invite them into a conversation, a deeper conversation. If they are not struggling with the problem you solve, then ask them if they know someone that is, someone else in their world. So let's talk a little bit about the transformation in your practice when we decided to add your group program, right?
Yeah.
Your really awesome, high touch group coaching program. So what was the trigger? What was that decision point, and what has that done for your business?
Yeah, so I started my practice mid-September, and then I launched my group program in January. So really, really quick.
Really quick.
So I got to a point with my private clients that I was hitting kind of my capacity. I remember coming up with a number with you that I wanted to get 20 people, private client, and then I would do a group program. Well, I quickly that, which was exciting. And then I was starting to get pretty burned out because, again, I was still working part-time. And then I was also so busy with my private clients and also still trying to grow. And I added the layer of social media. So I was just super busy, and also just trying to be a normal person and a wife and a and a person. Yeah. So I decided, it was funny that I connected again. It's all about, who you know. I connected with someone who was a bar instructor. Again, from the friends and family, like I keep thinking about it. I had a friends and family call with my friend Dana. Dana used to work with Chrissy, who's a bar instructor, who connected the two of us. And I spoke to her, and she had her own program. She has something called Bar Without a Bar. So she has a virtual bar class where you don't have to be in a studio. And so I was talking to her to see if, we could refer clients to each other. And then as we were talking about everything, I knew that she had her group program where she did a 6-week kind of boot camp type of thing. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do that. Or I can totally get, her clients, because the missing piece of the puzzle for them, they had the exercise component, but they didn't have the nutrition component and the weight loss. So I was like, oh my God, I have to start a group program. So I literally, within 3 weeks, I told you, I was like, I need to start a group. And you were like, oh, wait, okay, yay. All of a sudden I shifted to, how am I going to implement this other layer of, and again, I was really interested in the one-to-many model, because I was getting at a point where I was hitting a capacity. So I kind of looked at it as okay, I'm beta testing. I didn't want to have this huge grand launch and this I wanted to make sure it was something that was going to work and stick. I did have a launch, and we worked all of those things out, and I had a beautiful Canva marketing and all of that stuff. But so really within 4 weeks, I decided I was going to start a group. I put together, we talked about, okay, what is it going to look like? We started originally at 3 months. Then I tailored it down, and what was the time. And so before I even opened the doors, I already signed 4 people just from friends and family chatting with me. So that was another good reason why I used the application. Those that couldn't afford my private coaching, now I had a lower ticket offer that was under 4 figures, that was more affordable and feasible. And so I really, which it is, it's like a hybrid. There's a lot of private coaching, and it's we talked about, it's going to be small and intimate. So so the Mindful Weight Loss Bootcamp is my group program. I have 7 fabulous women who are literally my new friends, and I'm hoping that they'll continue on with me, whether it's private or in a group setting as well, which we've added those layers to my practice as well. But that is something that was the most incredible decision. I signed 3 people before the doors even opened. I have my next group starting in April. I already have someone in the group, and I'm not even opening the doors for another 2 weeks. So again, it's really, really incredible. And that's where the sales call is super important, because I can't have 40 private clients. I just can't. No. it's not possible. So how am I going to add another layer where people can still work for me that's more affordable for them, but also how can I help many people in, a smaller, intimate setting? So again, that one-to-many model for 1 hour a week instead of 20 hours a week.
Yeah. And do the math, right? When you do the math and you're helping many people in that 1 hour, your revenue for that given hour, oh my gosh, like it's multiple times bigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to do a quick call out, guys. The multiple streams of income concept is something that I teach, right? And if you go, I actually have a relatively new Facebook group. Many of you may already know. It is called Multiple Streams of Income for Your Health Practice. And I think it's still up, guys. I recently did a 4-day free event where I went through a whole bunch of detail to teach you how to carve out multiple streams of income at, various price points in your practice. So if you're interested in learning more, go to that Facebook group. It is a private group. Fill out that little form and we'll let you in, and you can access that free challenge and go through it at your own pace. So, but the key is that it's incredible because like Jackie, she was getting busy. Like she, thankfully, and it's a really good problem to have, right? Yeah. She was starting to max out on her private clients, right? And it can be very exhausting, because you're really giving your heart and soul to every private client. So we want to be able to, we call this a value ladder, right? We want to have different levels of that value ladder so that we can serve people who, maybe they're not perfect for one-to-one. Maybe they prefer to be in a group. Maybe they want to kind of dip their toe in with Jackie. And then a lot of times after a group program, they're going to want to move into deeper work. Although in Jackie's case, it sounds like they're getting such amazing results that, we need to talk about like what's next for those people, right? Because guys, we want to continue to serve our clients over a very long period of time, right? And so like if you have a 3-month program, 4, 5, 6-month program, we always want to have that next step for them because most likely they're going to still need your support in some capacity. So we do have a question. How big is your group program?
Right now, I have 7 women in my group program. I was going to max at 10. I was really happy with the 7. Now being in it, the 7 is a really good sweet spot because it's not too big where there's too many people. Because again, it's a hybrid in a sense that I am really taking that personal attention with them as well. Like they'll reach out to me. I had someone, text me the other day and I was chatting with her. So that's something that they know that can reach out to me. So I'm still giving them that kind of like that high touch, that personal attention, but at the same time, it's on a group call. So I think if I would have had more than that, but that 7 to 10 is that sweet spot for me. And it's just important that they know that it's a small, intimate setting, because I think that if so many of these people, like think about like Noom or all of these different, diets that would they go on, or like Weight Watchers, you go to a group with like 20 plus people, hundreds of people. Yeah. It's this cookie cutter, let me fit it for everybody. That's not how my program works.
Right. So the price point is higher, guys. That's important to know too. The more personalized attention your clients get, the higher the price point. So it's not priced, it's not a couple $100, right? It's not a couple $100 type of course, because it is higher on what I call that profit pyramid. So Jackie, we have a question. Someone wants to know how they can see the application.
So if you go to my website, www.eatright4life.com, you can go onto my website. You'll see at the top that there will be a free consultation. So if you go there and then you click in, you'll see my Calendly. You can click a date. a time, don't worry, you can do it and press confirm. And then you'll see all of my application questions. Also, if you download my free guide, that's something that you'll see a pop-up on my website or any of my social media platforms on TikTok or on Instagram. That is an amazing tool that has gotten people onto my email list. And then at the end, I'm inviting them to have that conversation, and there's a link there as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And I just put in the chat I have an ebook on some strategies to help you get more referrals. And that can be found at leslibitel.com/referrals. So I just put that in the chat as well. So Jackie, we're going to have to do this again very soon. This time, oh my gosh, like this time, we could talk all day.
My coaching calls with you, I'll never forget, like, so your assistants being like, Jackie, it's 45 minutes. Like, I can't just talk to her for 45 minutes.
I love it. No, it all worked out. Look where you're at now. So really want to thank you for joining us. And thank you to everyone who is either listening live as well as those of you that are going to catch the replay. Really appreciate you being here. Hope you learned a ton. And go ahead and grab that ebook. The one from me is at leslibitel.com/referrals. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye, Jackie.